Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Inko, and this is our Mordor campaign. Last episode, we left off right before we attacked Captain Brego and Captain Edwin, in the field. What we're going to do is grab Dawndeath, now the Mad, and we will crush Captain Edwin in the field. I will very quickly manually fight this battle. There's only 600 of them. We will jump into the battlefield. We'll speed through it, the battle that is, and crush these guys. We'll turn right around and assist Adunafel in destroying Captain Brego. Alternatively, we might ride south to the bridgehead to destroy, I think it's Wuscfrea, I think that's his name. We will turn right around and help him if at all possible. But anyway, I shall see you guys on the battlefield, and we will very quickly destroy Captain Edwin. Okay, here we are. It is our very, very quick battle. I'm going to try to play the whole thing on a ×2 speed. So, what I've got here is my orc bands in loose formation, and then within that formation I've got some uruks followed by Morning Guard. I don't really know what they're doing here. I thought I had told them to advance that a ways, but maybe that's not the case. We will try to... what have I done? Oh my word. I don't know what is going on. In the very least, we will try to speed this up even further. We'll even get our men to run. Are these guys going to move at all? I'm not sure. I'm holding Alt and right-clicking. I thought that would advance my men in the formation they are in, and it appears to have done the trick. But it's kind of screwed with our formation, unfortunately, which is my worry. But anyway, I think we need to... I've got my uruks and Dawndeath on the flank here. They're going to go way afield, and then they're going to come crashing back into the lines of the Rohirrim. I've got all my raiders ready to go into the trees. There we are. Followed by some halberds. Just to defend from, I don't know, encroaching cavalry or the like. They don't need to be in pike formation right now. My maulers are also on the left flank, ready to follow my trolls in the gaps that they create. I kind of want to absorb the majority of these Rohirrim with my orc band, though, so we should hurry them along. So it looks like my formation remains mostly intact, but you can kind of see what I'm going with here. My orc bands will, absorb the impact of enemy infantry. My uruks will back them up, and even further, my Morning Guard will, I don't know, stab anyone who gets too close. I've got some ballistas here that will fire on that light cav. But here we go. Dawndeath is way on the flank, ready to come in to destroy the enemy if they need be, with my trolls as well. So let's see what's going on here. The Rohirrim are beginning to readdress, and they're actually charging my my raiders quite a bit. Looks like they've got some skirmishers here. We will grab all three of these raiders and continue onwards. My halberds will... okay, so it looks like actually that the majority of my units are not in position at all. But these units will just continue to head forward. What are the maulers? Okay, my maulers are moving up. Dawndeath is going to move up. My trolls are going to move up. Maybe we can charge into the flanks of these men here. Looks like my archers are not doing too bad, actually, but we're going to charge into these enemy Rohirrim here, try to tie them down. Looks like these skirmishers are making quick work of my men, that's for sure. My halberds are going to try to chase them down. What is this? Okay, so these Yorling swordsmen are not doing so bad against my infantry, but we definitely want to bring the rest of my men up. Let's see. My archers aren't doing too bad either. Maybe we can take out some of those men with my archers. Rather, these... okay, no. Looks like these skirmishers rather charge into the rear of my raiders. I wanted to take them out with my archers, but it doesn't seem like that has been the case. Okay, so I'm going to charge into the rears with my... Oh man, we're taking a lot of casualties, actually. Probably from all of those scouts there. Dawndeath needs to get back into position. My uruks are going to chase off, if not the archers, then the scouts. That would be great. Dawndeath is going to try to come around the flank. Here we are. My orc bands are going to charge forward to kind of tie down those men. Looks like my raiders aren't doing so hot, although we do have men on the flank just not really doing anything. My Olaghai are beginning to beat the fuck out of those light scouts, which is great. My Maulers, likewise, are going to engage these Rittermark Axemen, which we can very easily break. I've got some uruks that are going to charge in. I mean, this is not going so bad. I kind of fucked up the whole, formation aspect by rushing all of my men in far too quickly. But I was just confused, that's all it was. My Olaghai, though, are being attacked by some Lancers now, so we definitely need Dawndeath to save those guys. I think we just broke those Rohirrim very easily. We just charged those Lancers in the rear. Okay, yeah, we are breaking these Rohirrim very quickly. We've surrounded them. We've captured one of the captains, and now my Olaghai are going to run down these archers, supported by Dawndeath. I think we've pretty much surrounded the majority of these Rohirrim, and now they're breaking and fighting to the death. But I can see some really good success with my my loose formation orc bands, if only I actually, did it properly. But anyway, I think we've pretty much won the battle here, so we're just going to speed through as their men fight to the death. Although these archers are doing pretty good against my Olaghai, they have not yet broken. But I think once we let off a Nazgul Screech, yeah, that's it. Just chase these men down with Dawndeath. That would be great. Okay, we lost 5% of our army, which is actually probably a pretty large number of orcs. But we just need to run down the remainder of these Rohirrim, and then we will help the rest of our forces in the field. Man, that was not a bad battle. Like I said, I think it would have went better if I held my formations and didn't get so gung-ho, but I was trying to play quickly, and it probably cost me some men. But anyway, I think we may as well head out to the campaign map here. Okay, we lost 130 orcs to kill and capture 530 men, so it was not bad at all. So we're just going to very quickly execute these men. There we are. And now we have to decide. Do we help Adu in killing Captain Brego? Or, okay, we have no choice. We have no choice but to assist Adu in killing Captain Brego, because we can't make it all the way to Wuscfrea. So here we go. We're going to... That son of a fucking bitch. I don't believe it. Brego has ran away from Adu, who has a slightly shittier army than Dawndeath. So this might be a little more difficult than I had anticipated. But I think it'll be okay. We'll leave Dawndeath out like this. Maybe Adu should start heading back to Woldburg. There we are. I really should have kept my men, in close proximity, because they can very easily dogpile us with Lord Bertwald or whatever. But I think we'll take the risk. But anyway, I think it is now the time to end our turn and head into turn 174. I'm not sure about Captain Rudin or what he's going to do, but we will keep an eye on him. Okay, Radthak is trying to adopt another general. We're going to decline. Speaking of, we should see where that guy is. Is he in... I thought we had recruited... Was it Musluk we recruited? I can't quite recall. But anyway, the Rohirrim have brought their forces out. Here's Wuscfrea. He's got a shit ton of infantry. Captain Brego also has a shitty little army that we can very easily annihilate. So I guess what we can do at this point is surround these armies of Rohan and just kind of pick them apart one at a time. I think Wuscfrea would be a prime target. We could do like some night attacks or something. We could always just destroy Captain Brego with Dawndeath right away. Do a night attack on Wuscfrea with all of our armies here. But I think Adunifel needs to ride hard towards Woldburg, because it's going to be besieged by Captain Rudon very soon. Captain Gazmog is going to just kind of hurry and scurry in there as quickly as he can. There's very few men here in Woldburg, so it's going to be a tough one. At the very least, we'll keep Adunifel around just to kind of, see what happens when we fight our battles. Speaking of besieging, Tirithorn has been besieged by the Sylvan Elves. They've got 3 units ready to take us out. And I think it'll be difficult for them because we've got big stone walls and big towers, etc. And I don't really care about Tirithorn, so there's another thing. I don't really give a fuck whether we hold on to it or not, so I mean, sure, take it if you want, I don't care. Okay, we've recruited a bunch of units in Aldborg. And I guess they'll just stay there for a while. Maybe we can give them to some of these armies when the time comes. I think for now we should check our income. We're still sitting pretty at around 3,000 per turn. We may as well retrain as many of these units as we can right off the bat. For example, these urukai would be great. It looks like our good friend Laguf has arrived in Barad-dûr. That was last video, and very little happened. But Lunduf is going to arrive in Little Marshwall, and we'll see what happens. Boom. He increased the income by 60 gold pieces. My fucking god. I was really expecting a lot to happen, but very little happened. 2 turns until Little Marshwall is upgraded. In addition, outside of the Black Gate, Dwaravois and Ren the Unclean are toe-to-toe with Captain Rinkevornen, who is apparently very fucking brave. He just kind of decided to come out to meet us in the field, and he's just going to get absolutely thrashed. It's going to be nuts. But first things first, I think we ought to deal with all of these Rohirrim armies in the west. First things first,
Get ready for fighting. Come and get.
We'll get Dawndeath to take out Captain Brego, I think. Boom. So Brego is retreating. I think if we fight him here, we can very easily turn around and assist with the fight with Wuscfrea. So it's mostly infantry. Some of them are weak. There's one singular unit of 10 horsemen, so this is going to be a very easy battle. Again, I'm going to try to make it very quick, so I will see you guys on the battlefield. Wow, luckily for us, we're actually fighting down a slope, so this should be a little easier than I thought, but I'm going to very much try to keep my men in formation. So I'm going to move my whole group forward, like so, and that seems to have done the trick. I want my ballistas to fire upon the center of their force as quickly as they can. Also, I want my archers to get involved. Looks like they've got their Yorling archers coming out to meet us in the field. So we'll bring maybe... no, we'll just fucking run our entire army towards them to try to nullify the range advantage they have. Maybe we'll get our Olaghai forward as well as Dawndeath. My ballistas need to really let loose, as well as my archers. Here we go. Okay, Dawndeath is now charging forward. He's going to charge straight into these Yorling archers before any of their infantry can assist. I think my Olaghai are going to not charge. We don't want to get caught out with them. Although it looks like we've forced the enemy to commit the large majority of their army. So we'll charge our whole force like that. That would be great. Are they moving? No. Dawndeath, though, is going to have to retreat because we don't need to get charged by all of that infantry. So there we go. We've got all of our men in position. Looks like the Rohirrim are now charging. We want our flanking forces to come out, so these guys are going to come out here, like so, and my Olaghai are going to come way out on the flank. These guys are going to come like way out here, and we'll see how this goes. My Orc band are going to absorb the charges of these swordsmen, and my Urukai are going to flank around them. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, they don't even really penetrate too far into my lines. What is this, though? My Orc band? Yeah, okay. Are going to absorb the charge of those swordsmen. Who's in the center? Some Yorling axemen. My Orc archers are going to fire on them. These ballistas are going to fire into that mass of men. My Uruk halberds, not really sure what they're doing, but they'll figure something out, I guess. We'll get Dawndeath to come around the flank, much like these Olaghai. We're going to have to deal with this big mass of infantry in the center. We may as well get our Morning Guard involved at some point. I don't want my Olaghai unsupported, so I'll send my flanking forces as well. Something like that. There we are. I don't know. My Orc bands are taking a lot of casualties, that's for sure. But we can get our flanking forces around the... around said flank very easily. Okay, my Olaghai are going to charge into these Yorling militia. My Orc Raiders and Maulers are going to try to bring up the rear. Dawndeath is going to pull off a Nazgul Screech, come to the center, maybe begin to lay into some of these infantrymen. I think we're taking some casualties in our swordsmen as well, our uruks, I should say. We broke the militia with that Nazgul Screech, and now we just need to charge into the rears of these axemen. We've got some raiders coming around the flank, more raiders, and these maulers will just continue onwards. What is this? Yorling militia, they've broken as well. My Ulakai are taking out these archers. Okay, we need to consolidate and just take out the rest of these archers, whilst my maulers and raiders... Okay, we just broke the remainder of these men. I think we found a pretty good tactic here with the help of viewer feedback. These Orc Band just really allow us to soak up the offensive capabilities of the initial charge, and then we can circle around with our Ulakai and our Nazgul and just really mop up, not to mention all of our raiders, oh shit, and maulers, etc. Really good. Okay, we just need to break and finish off these archers who are, again, doing very good against my against my Numenorians. Man, yeah, this is not too fucking bad at all. Although we do receive a lot of casualties in our Orc Bands, so I think we'll need like a secondary supply train of just Orc Bands so that we can absorb those casualties. Looks like some militia are coming back to the fight. We'll attack them with our raiders and maulers, etc. My Ulakai and Dawndeath will try to take out these Yorling archers who are running. Okay, let's see. These Rohan militia are going to try to valiantly stand against my my maulers, I should say, and they've just broken. Just outright. Okay, well, we are dealing some pretty good blows to the Rohirrim on the field here. We just need to now deal with Wuscfrea, I think, in a good surrounding battle. Oh man, we really need to deal with these militiamen though. So we'll get our Ulakai to disengage, and they will come around the flank of these militia who are doing not too bad against my maulers. Although, I mean, like, look at that sweet block by this guy. Well, he's now getting the shit kicked out of him. Okay, these guys they've fled now. So we can get our Ulakai and Dawndeath to run them down. Meanwhile, well, no, we'll get Dawndeath to run down these archers. Shit, yeah, that was not a bad battle at all. We lost 10% of our men, which is completely acceptable because, I mean, this was a much larger force than the last. Yeah, I think that, I don't know, I'm pretty impressed with how that went, actually. It could have been way worse. I think in the future, if there's like a lot more cavalry, we'll have to put some like spears on the flank or something. Not entirely sure. Although Ulakai on the flank are a pretty good deterrent, as they can just charge headlong into cavalry and blunt those cavalry charges. But anyway, I'll run down the remainder of these men in this very nice and very picturesque hilly terrain of Rohan, and I shall see you guys back on the campaign map with the stats. And there you have it. We lost 230 orcs, and we killed or captured 1,350 men. Not too fucking shabby. And of course, we will just execute all these men when the time comes. And then I think the final act we shall do in this episode is surround and kill Wuscfrea outside of Antweade. I'm not sure how much movement points we can spare from Adunafel, but we shall see. Okay, if we attack Wuscfrea, that's just fine. He doesn't move. We can move here with Adu, and also we can move here with Hormwrath. We'll grab Dawndeath. We shall attack Wuscfrea, and we will attempt a night battle. There we are. Let's see. Wuscfrea is mostly infantry with a lot of... Well, no, it's just infantry with a unit of catapults. Do I want these armies to be controlled by the AI? I don't see why not. This is going to be quite the battle. Oh, shit. It seems that Lord Bertwald apparently is such a badass he is able to fight night battles. So, it's going to be how many men? Roughly 6,000. 7,000 orcs against 5,000 men. I guess we'll see how it goes. This is going to be really interesting, actually. This is a huge amount of forces. Anyway, let's take a look at Lord Bertwald. Also a lot of infantry. Heavily armored infantry. I think this is going to be a really good battle, actually. I'm getting the jitters. The adrenaline is beginning to pump. So I shall see you guys on the battle map. Okay, everyone. Before we begin, I just want to, apologize for the frame rate. It's gonna be in the shit. We are going to be fighting this misty-ass battle against the Rohirrim. We can see that they've got some silver men from Silvertown. They've camped out on this hill here, lots of infantry. Looks like, who is this? Hormarath is now coming in on their flank here. We've got Adu Nefel, the Quiet, coming in on our flank in the very corner of the battlefield. And then Lord Bertwald or whatever coming from the opposing corner. So there's nothing left for us to do but grab our entire army and march it towards this hill. We just kind of need to approach the enemy and get them stuck in a pincer move between us and Hormarath, who is in a defensive position. I don't want him to go charging in with, all of his forces, especially his general unit. So we'll try to get in there before that happens. I'm very worried about this crashing as well. Medieval 2 is really bad when it comes to loads of men because it has issues with like RAM and memory and whatnot because it is an older game. But I'm hoping, oh man, my heart is pumping. I'm hoping that we can capture Wuscfrea in this huge pincer movement between myself and Hormarath, who is going to try to pin him up on this hillside here. Wuscfrea would do well to keep himself up on that hill. We are going to try to advance to about there very quickly. I want my ballistas to open fire as soon as possible. I'm not sure how far away Bertwald is. Oh, he's quite far away. I don't know if he'll arrive in time to be of any use. Adu is going to try to intercept. Oh my god. This is horrendous, guys. I'm getting like 10 frames per second. It's nuts. Okay, Adu is going to, take up position on this road here. I think maybe like a foggy day was not the best choice for this battle as well. That's probably putting a bit of a dent into my frame rate. Okay, but looks like Hormarath is advancing up the hill with his orc bands, etc. If he could tie down some of these units, create a fighting line, then we can, take advantage of it with all of our units who are going to just charge up this fucking hill. Here we go. Okay, it looks like some Yorling Axemen are coming to meet us, and we are going to absorb that charge with our Orc Band. There we are. I need Dawndeath to come around the flank. I've got my Oleg High on this flank, and I need my flanking forces, Raiders, etc. to come around. There we are. My Ballista needs to begin firing as soon as possible, much like my Archers. They need to fire. Look at this. These Yorling Axemen don't want anything to do with us, so we can charge with our Uruk High. Oh my fucking formation is all sorts of fucked. Where are my Urukai? Oh my god, my Urukai are way down here. Jesus. Okay, well, my Orc Band and my Morning Guard are going to charge into those Axemen. This unit of Orc Band is going to charge forward. These Uruks need to be behind those Orc Band. My flanking force is going to come around said flank. There we are. Dawndeath as well coming around the flank. And there we go. We have pretty much encircled Wuscfrea. We just need to completely dominate. We'll get Hormarath to go on the offensive now because we need to get up that hill before all of this artillery does us in. Okay, so we'll charge into these infantry with our Oleg High. Maybe a unit of Maulers will absorb that. This Raider will come like this. Oh my, this is tough. This is really tough to command. I don't think my Archers are doing so hot. Okay, Dawndeath, where are you at? Okay, he's coming around the flank. Looks like we're getting charged. What is this? Morning Guard, you need to come around the flank as well. Bertwald is coming in very quickly, hot and heavy. We'll stop firing with our... What the fuck is going on in this battle? I don't even know anymore. It looks like my halberds are now engaged. Oh shit. This is really difficult to control. I don't even know what's going on, but we are encircling the Rohirrim slowly but surely. Dawndeath is going to charge and try to surround the enemy missile units. If we can break some of these missile units, that would be ideal. We don't want our archers firing. Please stop. Stop firing. My ballistas already have done. I feel like my ballistas don't fire much anymore. Anyway, my Orc Maulers are going to try to chase off these missile units as my Orc Raiders begin to surround. If we can chase off these missile units, then we will have won the hill, basically. My Ologhai are in combat with these swordsmen, which is not ideal because they may begin to start dropping like flies soon. But Dawndeath is beginning to chase off some archers. Wonderful. Where are those Morning Guard? Have they... Okay, they've been caught up in some melee combat a little bit. What is this now? I've got a unit of Orc Raiders doing absolutely nothing. They need to come around the flank as well. There we are. Dawndeath, you need to chase off some of these missile... Oh man, here comes fucking Hormorath. He's going to chase away some of these missile units as well. Okay, Dawndeath, can you get a good charge off on these Royal Guards? That would be wonderful. Please do. My Ologhai are still kicking around. As in kicking the absolute fuck out of these Rohirrim. Dawndeath has pulled off a charge, but he needs to retreat. We've now got free reign over the rear of the enemy, so we'll get some maulers into the sides of these axemen. These guys will try to, I don't know, what do we got? We've got some Morning Guard, which are going to charge into those bodyguards, and some raiders, which will try to charge into the rear of those Royal Guards, whilst my 2 units of Nazgul come to chase off the missile units. See, look at this. Now, Adu is advancing to intercept Bertwald. We want Adu to be more defensive. And then, hopefully, we can crush Wuscfrea and build a defensive line. Man, I'm so glad that this is not crashing right now. But Dawndeath and Hormorath combined are chasing off these enemies. Okay, it looks like we are losing a lot of men, though. My Ologhai are continuing to kick the fuck out of these remaining Rohirrim. If we can break these Yorling Axemen with our raiders, that would be good. We are now surrounding these Axemen, Rittermark Axemen. I've got some Morning Guard that need to hurry and take out Wuscfrea himself. These archers are still firing on our forces, it seems. Okay, here come the Morning Guard. We'll get our Ologhai involved as well. If we can surround Wuscfrea and destroy him, that would be a great boon to us at this point. Okay, what is this? Oh shit, here comes some enemy cav. Right into our maulers, which is a pretty good target for them. Well, as far as good target for us, rather, not so much for them, because my maulers have a bonus against cavalry. Okay, it looks like Bertwald is coming to reinforce, so we'll put everyone into an offensive stance. We need a Jew to arrive very quickly. My halberds, hopefully, can they form like a spear wall? That would be wonderful, just to try to guard my flank. Man, this is quite the battle. Have we killed Wuscfrea yet? I think he's trying to escape. We have not lost a single Ologhai yet. Yeah, oh my god, we've completely surrounded Wuscfrea with just huge amounts of orcs, and now Hormorath is surrounding the enemy with his orc raiders, and we're still chasing these Yorling archers off the fucking field. Man, we are losing a lot of orcs in all of these various melees. Okay, let's try to readdress. What do we got? On the left flank, we have one. Can we rebuild a line? That would be great. Where are my uruks? Here they are. Put them inside those orc bands. We've got some Morning Guard to back them up. We've got our orc archers just kind of sitting in the middle of nowhere, so we should put them possibly in those orc bands as well. What is all of this? It is my flanking force, which will proceed to create a line with my fellow Orc Raiders in the center of the hill here. My Olaghai will continue to kick the shit out of Wuscfrea. There we are. Who else is over here? A unit of Morning Guard. Okay, no, I've addressed everyone, I think. Dawndeath needs to finish chasing off those archers. Where is Wuscfrea? There he is. We've got one single man left, and it is Wuscfrea. We're taking a lot of fire from the enemy archer units. Holy shit, this is... If it wasn't for the frame rate, this would be just a swell battle. It looks like a Jew is now beginning to engage some of the units of Bertwald. We need to find a good target for our Olaghai. We need to, first off, bring all of our flanking force into the middle of the field there to... Oh shit, our Orc archers are going to get charged by some Rohan bodyguards. Oh no, but my uruks are right there, as well as my Morning Guard. My Orc band, unfortunately... Oh no, our Orc band is there, but they've begun to run. Can we shoot them down with our men, our archers? That would be wonderful. Okay, my Olaghai have spotted some cavalry, so they're going to charge right the fuck in there. Can we take them out? That would be wonderful. Dawndeath is on... Oh my word. Dawndeath is on the fringes of the battlefield, and he needs to get readdressed so he can get some rear charges off. That would be wonderful. But now our flanking forces are in place. Maybe they can engage some of these men here. We've got some raiders in the middle, some maulers that can take out those Royal Guard. Oh shit, fucking here comes Adu Nefel with all of his forces. My Olaghai are in the center of the battlefield, tearing down these skirmishers. Holy shit, yeah, we've killed over 60% of the enemies, and we've lost very few men ourselves. We're going to get another Nazgul Screech and charge into the rear of these Yord Lancers, disengage. What do we have at our disposal? Nothing. We've got some Orc Raiders engaged. Unfortunately, some Orc Raiders also surrounded by heavy units of infantry. Who is not fighting? Our Morning Guard are not fighting. So we've got a unit of Morning Guard free. They'll come into the center here, something like that. Unit of uruks who are also not fighting, so we'll charge forward. Unit of Orc Band just kind of not really doing much. I think our archers are not doing much either, which is fine. We've got a unit of Orc Band defending, which, again, not bad. Raiders, which will try to come around the flank, I suppose, like that. Oh no, we're losing some Olaghai now. We'll have to pull our Olaghai out as quickly as possible before we lose too many of them. I don't want to have to retrain just 10 million Olaghai. Dawndeath has reformed, so he will take care of Bertwald. That would be great. Oh, we've managed to shoot down Wuscfrea, it seems. We did it. We burned Wuscfrea with our archers, which is fucking wonderful. Where did he die? I could not tell you. Our Olaghai have managed to retreat, which is great. Our Morning Guard are going to take out... I don't know. They're just going to drive a wedge, I think, into the middle of this army here. Whilst Dawndeath... well, Dawndeath, please don't engage this mass of infantry here. I think what we'll do with our Olaghai is we'll charge them right into this mass of infantry right here. We've got a very big mass of our own infantry, which will be resolved soon, I think. Yeah, and then we can charge right into all of these Rohirrim, and our Olaghai will charge in. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, yeah, and if we can get Dawndeath to charge on the other side, that would be wonderful. Get our Morning Guard to support, and then we can just surround these guys, rally some troops. This is, I think we've pretty much done it. This is the unraveling of Rohirrim as a whole, I think, because once we defeat these armies and we get Bertwald, speaking of the devil, once we kill Bertwald, we can now march into Westfold, and that's pretty much it for the Rohirrim in the west. Oh my fucking god. Now we just need to run down all of the remaining Rohirrim, and that's pretty much it. Thank you everyone for watching this battle. Holy shit. I think this is one of the set piece battles of this entire campaign. My god. I'm very, very glad. I've said it before. I'm very glad that this did not crash. I would be disappointed if that was the case. So, I'm going to run down the remainder of these Rohirrim, and I will see you guys with the stats. And there we have it. I don't really know what this is called, the Battle of something or other. But anyway, we lost roughly 1,700 orcs, but we killed nearly 3,000 men. That's pretty good. This was the Battle of West Eminent 2023, Third Age. Holy shit, what a battle. What a fucking battle. And we still have another battle to fight in the east outside of the Black Gate against the Sylvan Elves. But I think that will have to wait until next episode. But we'll return to the campaign map here, take a look at the damage we've done. Maybe we can immediately besiege Westfold with Dawndeath. Return, oh my god, look at that. 5,300 gold coins of ransom. Execute. There we go. Sorry, when I say Westfold, I mean Antweade. We can immediately besiege Antweade. Holy shit, we might be able to just capture Antweade outright. Oh my word. Dawndeath, you son of a gun, you've led a great fucking battle. Look at this. Okay, Adunafel is going to have to return to Woldburg. His army is actually in pretty good condition. Unlike Hormarath, who lost a lot of men. But anyway, Adu is going to try to return to Woldburg. Dawndeath is going to just march right the fuck into Antweade. And we are going to sack the settlement. 4,300 men killed, 10,000 gold captured. Oh my fucking god, I can't believe that. We just managed to capture Antweade, no problem. Hormarath is going to return to Edoras. And that's it. This is pretty much it. I think Rohan is crumbling now. Once we capture Tirith Anduin and, Fangorn, then we've pretty much taken all the territory we need, as well as Foldburg, actually. I think we ought to capture Foldburg, just to let Isengard off the chain, as it were. Holy mother of God, what a fucking battle. I keep saying it, but that was a great fucking battle. Okay, before we go, we'll just very quickly take a look at Antweade. There's a barracks, which is great. We can immediately recruit some... Well, not immediately, I guess. We need to, obviously, convert most of the populace to our culture. Knight stables we can get rid of for 1,600 gold. Boom. There's a catapult maker, as well as a thieves guild, which we will also get rid of. And there we are. We've got a shit ton of money. And the first thing we will do is build a Shrine of Melkor, as always, and... that's about it. Crank tax is really high, I suppose. Oh my word. Okay, thank you everyone for watching this fucking cracking episode of our Mordor campaign. What an awesome battle. I will see you guys with our next episode.